The year is 1635. The chill of an autumn night sweeps across the vast plains of Eastern Anatolia. We're deep within the heart of the Ottoman army's camp, on the march during the grueling Revan Campaign. Imagine the scene. The air is thick with the scent of wood smoke from 1,000 campfires, mingling with the crisp, cold breeze that descends from the silhouetted mountains. Above, a canopy of brilliant stars glitters in the inky blackness, and the moon casts a pale, ethereal glow over the rugged landscape. The only sounds are the occasional, distant whinny of a horse and the rhythmic, crunching footsteps of guards patrolling the perimeter. This is a world of tension, of anticipation, a moment of calm before the storm of battle. In the very center of this sprawling military city of tents stands the imperial tent, a magnificent structure adorned with intricate gold embroidery, a symbol of immense power. In front of it, the crimson banner of the Ottoman Empire flutters defiantly in the wind, and there, illuminated by the flickering light of a large torch, stands the man upon whose shoulders the fate of an empire rests. Sultan Murad IV, wrapped in a heavy fur cloak to ward off the biting cold. Murad is not a figure of distant, regal authority. He is a commander, a warrior, his presence radiating an intense focus. He kneels on the ground, his gaze fixed upon a captured Persian map spread out before him. In his hand, he holds a single arrow, its sharp point tracing lines, plotting movements, deciding the fate of thousands. This is not a man delegating from a palace. This is a sultan leading from the front. His face, etched with the gravity of his decisions, is a study in determination. You can almost feel the immense weight of his responsibility, the strategic calculations racing through his mind. He is not alone in this critical moment. Standing beside him, figures of loyalty and experience, are his Grand Vizier and two grizzled, veteran Janissary commanders. The Grand Vizier, a man of politics and administration, clutches an imperial decree, its wax seal glinting in the firelight. It represents the formal authority of the state, ready to be unleashed by the Sultan's command. The Janissary commanders, their faces weathered by countless campaigns, lean in, their eyes following the arrow's path on the map. They are the instruments of the Sultan's will, the hardened steel of his army. Their expressions a mixture of respect and readiness. Their silence is heavy with unspoken understanding, a bond forged in the crucible of war. Let's pull back and take in the wider scene. Stretching out from the imperial tent are rows upon rows of smaller tents, a temporary city housing one of the most formidable armies of the era. You can see the dark shapes of horses, tethered in long lines, their breath misting in the cold air. In the middle ground, the elite Sipahi cavalry are mounting up, their armor catching the moonlight as they prepare for the night watch. They are the eyes and ears of the army, vigilant guardians against any surprise attack. The entire camp hums with a disciplined energy, a sense of coiled power waiting to be unleashed. The scene is a masterclass in chiaroscuro, the dramatic play of light and shadow reminiscent of the great master, Rembrandt. The bright, warm light from the torch and the glow emanating from within the Sultan's tent throw the central figures into sharp relief, while the rest of the camp fades into deep, mysterious shadows. This isn't just a historical record. It's a piece of high drama. This campaign was a defining moment for Murad IV, known for his iron will and ruthless efficiency in restoring state authority. Murad saw the Revan Campaign as a chance to reassert Ottoman dominance in the east against their perennial rivals, the Safavid Persians. The city of Revan, known today as Yerevan, was a strategic fortress, and its capture would be a major victory. Murad, who had come to the throne as a boy and ruled through a regency, was now in his prime. He was a throwback to the warrior sultans of old, like his ancestor Selim the Grim. He personally led his armies, sharing the hardships of the common soldier, which earned him immense loyalty and respect. This night, this very moment captured in our scene, is the culmination of his efforts to revitalize the empire's military might. Think about the objects laid out on the ground. The Persian map is more than just geography. It's a symbol of the enemy's world, now being dissected and conquered by the Ottoman mind. Next to it, a bow lies on the ground, a reminder of Murad's famed physical prowess and his connection to the traditional skills of his nomadic ancestors. This isn't just a general, this is an archer, a horseman, a complete warrior, The combination of the map, the bow, and the imperial decree held by the vizier represents the three pillars of his power: strategic intelligence, personal martial skill, and absolute political authority. Together, they form a trinity of command. The atmosphere is electric. It's a moment pregnant with possibility. The lives of thousands, the borders of empires, the course of history itself are all being shaped right here on this patch of cold earth, under the silent watch of the Anatolian stars. Every detail contributes to this feeling. The resolute set of Murad's jaw, the deferential yet alert posture of his commanders, the fluttering banner, the restless horses. It's a snapshot of imperial power at its most raw and immediate. The Sultan isn't a distant concept. He is a tangible presence, a man of flesh and blood making decisions that will echo for centuries. When we look at this scene, we're transported back to 1635. We can almost feel the cold on our skin, smell the smoke in the air, and hear the low murmur of conversation as strategies are finalized. It's a powerful reminder that history is not just about dates and battles, but about human beings in moments of profound pressure and consequence. Sultan Murad IV and his commanders are not just historical figures. They are men at work, engaged in the deadly, high-stakes business of empire. This single night encapsulates the spirit of an era and the character of one of the Ottoman Empire's most formidable and complex rulers. It is a moment of quiet intensity before the dawn brings the inevitable clash of arms. Thanks for joining me on this journey back in time. If you enjoyed this deep dive into history and art, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell for more stories like this one. See you in the next video.